Welcome back, fellow cardboarders. Today we're gonna do a little different kind of video. It'll be a silly one where we're playing a game together, which I want to call InnuenDO or InnuenDON'T. The rules for the game are simple. I will show you a card name and or flavor text, and you have to decide if it is an actual magic card, so InnuenDO, or if it's not. Maybe I invented it or whatever. So InnuenDON'T. You will have like 10 seconds per card name and or flavor text, and either you just play for yourself or in the comments. There will be 5 cards this episode, and if you enjoyed this game, do let me know in the comments below as well. Now without further ado, let's start this game off with our first potential card called Throne of Bone. Now I want you to decide, is that an InnuenDO or InnuenDON'T? Time's up. Throne of Bone is an actual magic card. It's quite old. It was first printed in alpha, and in the picture I don't really know what I see here. Is that a guy dressed in black with a staff with a weird white mask? Is he sitting on a bone chair? I don't know what's happening here. And this artifact just costs 1, and whenever anyone casts a black spell, you may pay 1 to gain 1 life. That card is not played in many decks, and maybe you want to play it in a Dina deck, but yeah, it's not really playable after all. It's last reprinted in 8th edition with a different artwork, which looks kind of cool in my eyes. But yeah, let's continue with our next card. How about Down and Dirty? You got 10 seconds to decide. Is it an InnuenDO or InnuenDON'T? The card Down and Dirty is an actual magic card. It's from a very disliked expansion called Dragon's Maze, and it's a split card. So on the black side of the card, for 4 mana you can choose a player and have them discard 2 cards at sorcery speed, and or it has fuse, so you can also just pay both. On the green side, for 3 mana, it allows you to return any card from your graveyard to your hand. So I guess it's a solid uncommon, but I suppose there are better cards. Normally you don't want to play discard cards since it just targets 1 player and it feels kinda mean. And for the green side we have cards like Eternal Witness, which you can reanimate and blink and have their effect trigger over and over again. So yeah, that's why probably most of you haven't heard of this card yet. On to card number 3. What about Junk Destroyer? Real or fake? InnuenDO or InnuenDON'T? The Junk Destroyer is not a magic card, but it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card, which I found very silly. It's just a very big guy with hands and looks like a machine, I don't know, warrior with wings, blade wings. I don't know what's happening on this artwork. It's a big boy and he destroys junk. And I suppose with those hands, the junk is squished quite fast and efficiently. Let's head on to card number 4. Wall of Holes. Is it an InnuenDO or InnuenDON'T? The card Wall of Holes is made up. I made this up. That doesn't exist. I let ChatGPT invent a card for us. If Wall of Holes ever existed, that's what it would look like. I'm not gonna read through all of the card, it's just way too much text. The first ability is just silly and the second and third I guess are okay. But yeah, that's Wall of Holes for you. Now before we guess our last card, if you enjoyed this video, do subscribe. We are trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. And do let me know in the comments if this game should be a recurring segment. Now for our last InnuenDO, we have the Lightning Spear. And I even have a flavor text for you, which states, when wielded, it begs to be released. Is that an InnuenDO or an The Lightning Spear is an actual magic card from the most recent Modern Horizons. And I think if you sacrifice it for 3 and release your Lightning Spear into the face of an opponent, I think you should ask for consent first. Other than that, I think it's an okay card, and I think everything about this design, name and flavor text is intentional, and they knew exactly what they were doing. Now this is the end of the game for now. Let me know in the comments how many you had right, how many you had wrong. Be honest, of course. And if this becomes a recurring game that we are doing, we can also make a leaderboard and start tracking how many points everyone has over the course of the games. If you know any other inappropriate people who would enjoy this game, do share it with them. Tell them to subscribe so we can reach the 500 subscriber goal by the end of the year. Click the left button to help us reach that goal and the right one to enjoy another of our videos. See you there and a beautiful day. Bye bye.